quite honestly, I do not know why you want or need Elaine Thong as part of this DVD. Yes, the woman worked for me for 15 years as my dresser and my personal assistant. But I'll tell you now, when I found her, the woman was working in a shopping centre as an Easter bunny. She was living in the back of a 1969 combi van. She is virtually unemployable. I felt sorry for her. Yes, I took her in. She worked for me. But I found her to be a leech. She was like a parasite. She sucked me absolutely dry of creative energy and of funds. Well, of course, now she's living in luxury. She's in a caravan on the Central Coast in Woy Woy. And another thing. Yes, and I'll add this too. This business about her winning prized sponge cake at the Royal Easter Show for the CWA. Well, the CWA have struck her off because they found out that sponge cake, it was a woolly sponge cake. Yeah, from Woolworths. So, look, I would rather you did not have a part of it. And I'd rather... Can we cut now? That's enough.
Now look, let's get this straight right off. I never particularly enjoyed puppets, and why a grown man would want to still be playing with dolls at his age is quite beyond me. I personally think he needs help. Yes. Well, I first met him when my late husband Eric and I had the Animal Act, a dog act. We were performing at a returned servicemen's leagues club in Sydney. Rooty Hill, I think it was. Yes, it was definitely Rooty Hill RSL. Anyway, we were doing the chicken and prawn night, and Mr. Raine and his puppets were also on the bill. Oh, God, I'll never forget it. That night changed my life. I just want to mention here that not only was my late husband a sales representative for Snap-on Tools, but he was a creative genius. Oh, the way that he could mesmerise an audience by incorporating electrical devices into the act, it was astounding. Oh, there wasn't a dry seat in the house whenever Eric would saw our little Fritz the dash hound in two with a Black & Decker. It was priceless. Now that is entertainment. In those days, I was a very attractive woman. Oh, did I mention that I was a graduate from the June Dally Watkins School of Deportment? Well, I was. I could even turn heads in Farmer's department store. Anyway, my role in this dog act was as the lovely Elaine, Eric's assistant. And I would do a delightful hula hoop routine with Mr. Pinky, the schnauzer. Oh yes, now that was a real showstopper. Oh, now this particular evening, the act didn't go quite to plan. Oh yes. Ooh, it was heinous. Let's just say that my husband, Mr. Pinky, and a bicycle pump all met their makeup. Oh, it was heinous. Heinous beyond belief. Oh, well, of course, that unfortunate incident left me widowed and unemployed. That was a pathetic sight. Now, this is where Mr. Raine comes into the picture. In a rare act of compassion on his behalf, he offered me a job as his personal assistant and dresser. Well, I was desperate, and I'm sorry to say, I took it. I did. I worked for that deluded man for 15 excruciating years, and to this very day I've got sequin rash to prove it. I personally found him very manipulative, controlling, and he certainly knew how to pull my strings. Oh yes, I know you want me to say something positive, but personally I think he's a disgrace to himself and a disgrace to the entertainment industry. And another thing, he's too highly strung.